momentous occasion. Naya Bharat has got its Naya Sansad. Prime Minister Modi has inaugurated the Naya building, and we have Shri Ravi Shankar needs no introduction to talk about it. Gurudev, thank you for speaking to Times Now. What do you make of the first look of the Naya Sansad?
It's so beautiful. It's such a moment of pride for the whole country and every single Indian, whether in India or outside India. I mean, we have moved away from the colonial era, but our parliament remained as a symbol of colonial era. But this new building and the way it has been reinstated, and the whole architecture and the sacredness that has been given to the parliament is really something that has to be welcomed by one and all.
Now, Shri, I also want to talk about the Sengol, the sacred Sengol that has been revived by the government. It has now been placed, after purification, has been placed by the Prime Minister inside the Lok Sabha chamber. Your thoughts on the sacred Sengol?
Yes, see, the Sengol has found its rightful place. पता नहीं 75 साल से ये संगोल को हम लोगों ने कहाँ छिपा के रखा था. जैसे अपने ट्रेडिशन को छिपा के रखे, we have hidden our treasure, our ancient tradition. See, India is not just the largest democracy. I want to tell you, it is the oldest democracy as well. Though there were kings in the past, they all followed the principle of democracy, equality and justice to all. And that's what the Sengol represents. I'm so glad that this tradition has been has found its place, rightful place in the parliament, and will thank the Prime Minister for, making people aware of this.
Before this, Shri, the Sengol, as you're aware, was placed in a museum, and it was referred to as PM Nehru's walking stick.
I mean, I'm so thankful for our Prime Minister for, reviving this and bringing that sacredness. Many have spoken that Parliament is is a temple of democracy, sacred. But the Sengol has really demonstrated, placing the Sengol back there has revived the ancient saying, that the wisdom. And I'm so glad that this has been made, in the way it is done, to reinstate it in the parliament.
Now, Shri, so much has been said and written about the new building, the inauguration ceremony. I'm sure you are aware of the political blame game which is raging on. I don't want to get into the details of it, but from the outside, what is your take on the political parties and at least 19-20 of them who've decided to boycott this? Is this the right thing to do?
It is like the Sengol was hidden for 75 years. People didn't even know that how the power was transferred from the British to India. There are many things that some people may not like it, but you see, a parliament is for everybody. I think everyone should participate and feel proud about our roots. You see, at least in the celebrations like Independence Day, Republic Day, and opening of the new parliament building, we should keep politics away and come together as one nation and one voice of sanity and sanctity.
Shri, many have also linked the Sengol to a Hindu identity. They say that this is not truly secular, which is why it should not be placed in the parliament. Your take on that, your thoughts on about this kind of commentary?
When you want to attribute sanctity and sacredness to parliament, this is absurd to say that this is Hindu. The equality, justice, which has been the tradition of the country, and 85% of the population live here with that. Then you dismiss all the ancient symbol of this country. Our civilization is based on the Hindu principle, Hindu religion, Sanatana Dharma. So there is nothing wrong, and you see the people of all the religions also found their place. This is unfortunately, we have seen secularism as anti-Hindu. This narration should change today. There is nothing wrong in adopting the ancient symbols, and for that matter, our constitution. I've seen the original constitution. It has all the symbols of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Shiv Shankar, all the pictures of deities, of gods and goddesses. Do you mean then our constitution is Hindu and it's not secular? Then will you, do away with the constitution, which has been, installed by our. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Srishi. Yes.
Yeah, which has been written by Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. I don't think he was never against Ramayana or Mahabharata and all the ancient scriptures. This is like you're cutting your roots.
Right.
And secularism is not doing away with your roots, it's honoring your roots, and our whole principle of the Hindu civilization is to say the whole world is one family. We are all part of each other. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So this principle of yoga and Vedanta have been there from ages, and it has found its due place by the present Prime Minister has given it the importance, and that should be welcome. I think every politician, whichever party they belong, they should honor it. In fact, they do honor. They do. I see people of every party, every nationality, they honor their roots.
Right. Finally, Srishi, we won't take much time. My final question to you is your message to the people of the country, because today is a truly historic occasion. We've got a new parliament. The sacred Sengol has been revived, placed inside the parliament. Your message?
I mean, it's a momentous occasion for us. We have to honor our roots. Our life is like a tree, The roots should be ancient, the shoot should be new. It's a combination of modern and the ancient coming together for the development of people and bring the highest good for all the people of the country.
Thank you. Well said, Srishi. Always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for speaking to Times Now.